All right, so look, now I'm about to tell y'all about the time that I almost died when I was, you know, a youngin' again. And we done went over the time where I stuck a penny in a socket. Electrocuted. We done went over the time where I jumped into the lake thinking that I could swim, knew I couldn't swim.
Bottom, so I'm up here, and I'm trying to jump out the water because I feel myself sinking.
So now I want to tell y'all about another story. This one right here is a little crazy. I mean, this one right here, this one might take the cake. I told you I got a whole bunch of near-death experiences that I got to share with y'all. We're going to go back to when I was probably about, let's say, I'm just going to say like 5 or 6 years old at the time. So I'm about like 5 or 6, right? And we living in Northeast Washington, D.C., you know, one of the most dangerous places in the world at the time. We living on Bryan Street, Northeast, Bryan Street, right? You know what I'm saying? Right around the corner from Saratoga Avenue. And we living right there on Bryan Street, right? In some apartment buildings. You know, just me, my sister, and Mom Dukes, you know how we always been. Anyway, one night, you know, me and my sister, we said, all right, so the way the apartment was, you come in the apartment, it's like what, 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? But me and my sister, we slept in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like the apartments had the back, the little back. You know what I'm saying? You got the door that leads to the back. It's like a back porch or a deck, but it's like it was a bedroom for us. You know what I'm saying? We had the bunk bed back there, the TV, all that good stuff, the couch, boom. We on the back, you know. So it's really like a 1-bedroom apartment, but like that back of the apartment, we turned that into a bedroom. And it's just me remembering now, you know what I'm saying? Back then, I ain't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? But that's me looking back now. It was probably a 1-bedroom apartment, but it had that back room that we turned this whole room, and that was me and my sister room. Anyway, so it's one night we in that jump, regular day. I mean, we, you know what I'm saying? We little kids, you know what I'm saying? If I'm like 5 or 6, my sister, she, you know, what, 3 years older than me, so we having a regular little day, you hear me? Like, playing like kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably licking walls, you know what I'm saying? Just doing stuff like that, putting on my mother's shoes and doing like the Michael Jackson dances, like she had the little loafers and stuff like that. But anyway, so we having a regular day. It was a regular day. You know, only God knew what was to come next. You know, the sun goes down and it begins to be nighttime, and we have school tomorrow, the next day. So we have to get ready for bed and get ready for school. So this night, you know, like I said, we had a bunk bed. I slept on the top bunk. My sister slept on the bottom bunk at the time. The top bunk obviously is for the best child. So I slept on the top. So I'm on the top bunk, right? And I'm coloring my papers, you know what I'm saying? I'm coloring. I got my little Ninja Turtle papers. So I'm coloring my Ninja Turtles. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from coloring Michelangelo or Raphael at the time. I would say it probably maybe like what, 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock p.m. I don't know. It was late at night because I'm supposed to be in the bed. So anyway, my mother come in the room. She catches me, you know, coloring because I got my pictures on the wall. Like I got my Ninja Turtle pictures on the wall. I'm just coloring. Boom, boom, hanging them up on the wall next to my bed, right? The bed next to the wall. Mondoose come in. She like, boy, it's time for bed. You better take your butt to sleep. You need to lay down. Lay down and go to sleep. Because you got to go to school in the morning. Like she pretty much messed up my little fun time. So I'm like, all right, Mom, I just want to color one last Ninja Turtle. What I do, I lay down, go to sleep. Because I'm like, all right, Mom do say lay down, go to sleep. I'm not trying to get my butt whooped. So I lays down, I go to sleep. I put my coloring book down, put my crayon down. I lay down. About a couple minutes later, see, my mother left the room now. She done left. I went to bed. She seen me go to bed. She went back in her room. A couple minutes later, probably 5 minutes later, all you hear is, boom, boom. Gunshots going on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. But anyway, I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? Bullets go off. Bing, 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 bing. Next thing you know, Mon Dukes comes in the room. Y'all should have seen the way Mon Dukes come in the room. Let me show you how Mon Dukes come in the room. Let me show you.
Andre, Elena, y'all okay? Y'all okay? Andre, get down. Get down. Are y'all okay?
You know what I'm saying? Like, she heard the gunshot, so she come crawling in the room, checking on us, like, Andre, Elena, Andre, are y'all okay? Yeah, right? What happened was, right, and this is why I say this was a near-death experience, because this one was more supernatural than anything. Like, this one was like divine intervention, right? And this is like really, this is why I believe in God, because a story like this can't happen unless, you know, God is watching and God is intervening in things, right? Gunshots come through the wall of our apartment in that back room that me and my sister sleeping in. Bullets come straight through the wall. Bang, bam. My bed is up here, top bunk bed, right? Bullet comes straight through that wall where my top bunk bed is. Like, if Mon Dukes didn't come in there and tell me to lay down, I might not be here today because the bullet came straight through. Ring, boom. Now, police came after the situation. I guess somebody was shooting out back. I don't know who they were shooting at. Some beef going on. Like I said, we in the hood. We hear, you know, gunshots, bang, bang, bang. Police come, and I remember this when the police came in the house. They came up the back door, up the back way to the back room where we was at, and they looking around the room. They investigating the situation, looking at the scene. They see the bullet holes in the wall. And one thing that the police noticed, he said, they noticed that one of the bullets came through the wall. All right, let's say, okay, you know how a wall, you know, the corner, you know, where my fingers touches the corner of the wall. So, you know, walls go boom, boom, right? So this is the wall. This is the other wall connected to it. The bullet comes in this wall like this, boom. And then they noticed that it was another hole directly next to that hole, which signified or which told us that the bullet came in and then turned that way and went through that wall like that. Now, some may say that that's physics, and I'll give you that because I'm not a scientific man. But in my mind, it was a miracle. That was nothing but God's intervention, right? Angels, something, right? What caused that bullet to come that was headed straight for me. You know what I mean? This is my bunk bed. This is the bullet. It could have hit, and I could have been in the bed shot, but the bullet said, and went that way. If you get what I'm saying. If I'm painting this picture correctly. So we always looked at that as a miracle because we're like, wow, the bullet curved and went through the other wall. I don't know why bullets curve. Like I said, I'm not a physics expert or anything like that. But that bullet curved, and to me, that was God saving my little life at the time. That was one of the earlier near-death experiences I had. I wanted to share that one with y'all. I still got another one I want to tell y'all. Well, I still got plenty more that I want to go to, but it's another one that I want to get to. I'm going to tell y'all that on the next video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And you'll hear another story soon. I got more stories coming. Just more videos. Just what I do. You see what I'm saying? So holla at your boy, man.